We are 98 days away from Election Day, and public opinion polls show President Trump slipping over his handling of coronavirus. I sat down with a group of voters in Florida and Texas, two of these states hardest hit by the virus. All of them voted for President Trump in 2016. Today, half of them regret that vote. Here is our latest Pulse of the People. Show of hands, how many of you voted for President Trump in 2016? Okay, all of you voted for President Trump. Show of hands, how many of you plan to vote for him again in November? Okay, 3 hands went up. Daniel, tell us your thoughts.
I believe that his handling of the pandemic has been horrendous. I think his lack of accountability and an old political term, he waffles on everything. He did say this, he didn't say that. He meant this, but he didn't mean that. He's totally unpredictable.
I don't think anyone could have handled it any better. Listen to health experts. When Donald Trump says something about ingesting Lysol, don't take it. Obviously, that's an absurd statement. I mean, it's just ridiculous. He should not be speaking on health matters, frankly.
But he is.
He's not qualified to do it. He wasn't taking it as seriously as he should. But the entire government failed us. They were focused on impeachment as COVID was spreading. That's what they were focused on. They were all missing the ball.
Show of hands, have any of you had a friend or loved one or know someone who got very sick with COVID and or died? Okay, so 3 of you know people who got sick. Tommy, tell us what you think about President Trump's response to coronavirus.
Well, they didn't get extremely sick and die, but I had a nephew and several friends that have tested positive for COVID. I will say this, I am a business owner. My wife and I own a 24/7 fitness center. We had to close our gym for 84 days. We've had the business for 7 years. And I just want to point out again that this all happened while Donald Trump has been president.
Trump has done what he can do. Okay, this is exactly what's happening is small businesses are losing their businesses, that's their livelihood because of this pandemic. I have people who I do know who have tested positive for COVID, my in-laws. Okay, one, she had to wear the mask because she's got allergies. I think the breathing of her own breath and having to, deal with allergies, I think that got her sick. She started to get a fever. She's over 60 years old. She panics because there's a fear mongering going on. Oh, you're going to die. So she runs, they test her positive. She goes home, had fever for 2 days. She's fine now. And she's older.
I guess I'm confused about your point. I mean, do you think that people are not dying around the country?
What I'm trying to say and make a point to is that 382 million Americans, 4 million have tested positive and 145,000 have died.
Yeah, so you're willing to live with those numbers. Those numbers are okay for you.
But no number of death is okay. If you do the math, is a 99.9% survival rate. What are we freaking out about? Okay, I don't understand. 99%. In 2017, 2018, there was 13% more deaths in heart disease than in COVID. Also, 3 times more deaths of accidents and car accidents, but we didn't shut down the interstates and take people's cars away.
We didn't shut down the freeways because there's car accidents. What we did was we did science and testing, and we came to the conclusion that seatbelts were necessary to keep us out there motoring along as safely as possible. And as far as heart disease goes, I can't walk into my local supermarket and catch that from the idiot standing next to me.
I have a breathing problem, and therefore, if I don't wear a mask, I'm an idiot.
Okay.
So you'd rather I die because I can't breathe with a mask on, and I'm an idiot because I didn't wear the mask.
Okay.
Do you know how hypocritical that is?
If you're going to come to my grocery store and use that feeble excuse, yes, you are. You can breathe fine with a mask.
I cannot.
So, Damani, what's it like to hear the strong reservations of your fellow panelists here?
Well, I think that everyone has a right to their own opinion, but I also do believe that here in America, we have a lot of serious problems that need to be taken care of that honestly have been allowed to fester for far too long.
I don't think there's anything Trump could do that would make his supporters that are dug in not vote for him. Because in my opinion, if that were the case, then they would be thinking like me right now.
I'm hearing a repeat of 2016. The anti-Trumpers, the people who are like, oh, I can't vote for him.
It's not fair to call someone like me a never Trumper because I voted for the man in 2016.
Correct.
Me too. Thank
Agree.
you, Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah, you all did. I mean, you all
it's,
did.
It's what I'm saying is a rhetoric. It's a rhetoric of the never Trump movement. I didn't say you.
It's not a
I'm saying
rhetoric. It's
rhetoric
based on
of a repeat of
facts.
2016. It's a 2016.
Right.
It's the same,
We at least
same
gave him
rhetoric.
we gave him the chance. We gave him the opportunity. We gave him the chance. It's what he's done in office, not what he did on his Twitter feed or his personal life or private life prior to becoming president.
I think we need someone with the temperament of Donald Trump, even though sometimes he is unpredictable. I think we need the temperament of Donald Trump because he is someone who is willing to call out what other people will refuse to call out. And I think that's something that we really need right now.
I'll say one more thing. I saw an interview with Donald Trump with the guy from Barstool Sports the other night. And something that Donald Trump said hit me pretty ironically. He said, you know, that the preceding years prior to me announcing running for president were the best of my life. I can't remember his exact quote, but he was fabulously wealthy and had this great life. And I would just like to remind him that Barack Obama was president during the best times of his life. So if Donald Trump loses, we will get through it.
That was really interesting to me. And I will say that it's the very beginning. The mere layout of it is interesting. If you have three people who voted for Donald Trump who have regrets, and we heard from two of them there say they are directly related to the pandemic, that reflects what we're seeing in the polls right now, that there is serious and growing concern around the country about that response.